Grand Theft Auto 4, as you probably know, is a very popular sandbox third-person shooter. In the game, you play as Niko Bellic, an illegal immigrant who travels to the USA from an unnamed Eastern European country. The game takes place on a series of islands that are seemingly in the middle of the ocean. You know that it's in the US, but you can't travel anywhere outside of the Liberty City and Alderney, the two in-game cities. If you try to leave, you die. You can also see that there are no other landmasses outside of the city. This is odd, as the game maintains not only that you are playing in the USA, but also that the city is able to function as well as its real-life counterpart, New York City. The second weird part is that you cannot die. Whenever your character would die, he respawns at a hospital. You can jump in front of a car, you can fall off a skyscraper, or you can get shot in the face, but your character cannot die. Also, whenever you get arrested by the police, you get released after they accept a bribe and take your guns. Even if you kill 50 police officers, go on a shooting spree, and blow up a bus, you cannot go to prison. This is especially odd when one considers that there's a prison right there in the game. The third odd part of the game is the background role of the main character. Niko's backstory is revealed in parts throughout the game. He came from an unnamed country, presumably in former Yugoslavia. His country was torn apart by civil war, and he ended up committing various implied atrocities. When he meets one of his old enemies, Darko, near the end of the game, Niko has an option to exact his vengeance and kill him or let him live. Darko was the one who brought the civil war to Niko's village and orchestrated a mass murder that killed all of Niko's friends, encouraging him to join the fight and perform unspeakable acts himself. All through the game, the player is given the impression that Niko is only trying to be a nice guy. He just wants to help his cousin Roman, but then ends up the victim in a long series of events that turns him into a criminal and a hitman. When he got off the Platypus, the ship that took him to Liberty City, he was looking for a new beginning in the American dream. However, Niko endures a long series of tumultuous events and ultimately the loss at the game's end of either Roman or Niko's prospective love interest, Kate. It all seems so horrible for Niko, but does he not deserve it after his past life of murder and violence? He can't leave. He can't die. After the game events, Niko must live for all eternity in Liberty City. Because Niko never actually arrived in Liberty City, the Platypus never reached its destination. Because Niko's in hell.